Good morning, future nurses. Today we have another discussion in terms of your community health nursing, and let's tackle about the home visit. So, as we can see, home visit is a professional and purposeful interactions conducted in the family's residence with the primary aim of promoting health, maintaining well-being, restoring the health of the family members. So the nature of the service here is an extension of the health service agency typically carried out by the public health nurses from the health centers. And it also provides the best opportunity to observe and support actual caregiving done by the family members in their natural environment. So what are the significance of home visit? Number one, that is strengthen the nurse-family relationship, also allows for individualized and culturally appropriate care, identifies health risks and unmet needs within the household. Another one, we have your support health educations and behavioral change. And lastly, to enhance continuity of care. What are the principles of home visit? So, the principle of home visit must have a purpose or objectives. So, every home visit should be goal-directed and well-planned to address the specific needs of the family or individual. So, example, we have your assessment. Anong ginagawa natin doon? To gather data about the health status, living conditions, and family dynamics. And also, we do there the nursing care to provide direct care such as wound care, monitoring the vital signs, or administering medications. Another one, we have your treatment. So sa treatment, to continue or initiate physician-prescribed treatment at home. And then, meron din po dyan yung health education. Sa health educations, we teach proper hygiene, nutrition, medication compliance, disease prevention, or self-care. And lastly, in the uh, we have the referral to connect the family to appropriate services, specialists, or facilities. So that is the number one principles of visit. Another one, we have a clear purpose or objectives. So every home visit must be purposeful, such as for assessment, care, treatment, educations, or referrals. So, yun yung sinabi ko kanina. Another one, we have use available informations about the patients and the family. So, based on the visitations and the family records and any known data to provide appropriate care. Another one, we have to prioritize essential needs. So focus on what is most important for the patients and their family's health and well-being. And next one, we have the involve the individuals and the family. So the person and then the family should actively participate in planning and decision making. And we also ensure flexibility in planning. So be adaptable to the family's availability, needs, and circumstances. And next one, we have include responsible family member in continuing care. So we need to identify and involve family members who can assist in ongoing care and follow-up. So here, the advantages of home visit. So number one, we have first-hand assessment. So the nurse can directly observe and assess the home environment and living conditions. Okay. And then we have identifications of unseen needs. So the nurse may discover issues that were not identified during the clinic visit or interviews. Another one, we have your tailored interventions. In the tailored interventions, family care plans or interventions can be adjusted to match the family's available resources. Okay, and then promotes family participation or involvement. So encourage the families being active participations of any member of the family and strengthen focus on the families as a unit of care. Another one, we have your enhanced teaching effectiveness. So education more effective in the familiar home setting, especially when the need is immediate and visible. And then build the trust and confidence. The personal nature of the visits foster trust in the nurse and then the health agency. So these are the advantages of home visit. Next one, these are the disadvantages of home visit. So number one there is cost in terms of time and effort. So home visit can be time consuming and physically demanding, especially when travel distance are far or frequent. Another one, we have environmental distractions. So the nurse cannot control the home environment, which may include interruptions, noise, or other distractions that affect care or communications. And then we have your safety concerns. So for the nurse, so visiting unfamiliar or high-risk areas may be pose personal safety risks, especially when working alone. These are the priority patients for home visit. So, newborn, di ba? So, require close monitoring for growth, development, and early detections of health issues. And parents must need support in newborn care and breastfeeding. Another one, we have the postpartum mothers to assess their physical and emotional recovery, support in their infant care, nutrition, and detections of postpartum complications. And also, priority here is the pregnant mothers for prenatal checkups, health educations, and monitoring of maternal and fetal well-being. And then another priority, we have your morbid cases. So patients with chronic illnesses, disabilities, or terminal conditions who need continued care, treatment, or rehabilitations at home. Okay, so don't forget this one, priority. Okay, let's talk about the phases of home visit. Start with the pre-visit phase, which is the planning. So this phase set the foundations for an effective and purposeful home visit. So these are the key activities. Number one here is initiate contact. So in initiate contacts, nurse contact the family, confirms their willingness to participate, and schedule an appointment for the visit. And next one, we have begin at the center. So at the center, review the family records and coordinates with other healthy members if needed. And after that, we need to assess the family status. So we need to study the available data and the family's health and living conditions and identify any potential risks or needs. Another activity here is the problem identification. So we need to define health problems based on the available informations. And then another one activity in the pre-visit phase is the formulation objectives. So we need to develop clear goals for the home visit. Example, the assessment, health teachings, treatment, and referral. And then create also here a visit plan. So we need to outline specific interventions to be done during the visit and prepare the materials or tools that is needed. Next, in the home base, diba, the goal here is establish the rapport and gain the family's trust. So the nurse seek permissions to enter the home respectfully. So there is a customary approach here. So it's either knock or ring the doorbell and politely say in a non-threatening voice. So for example, this one, tao po, si Nurse Mike po ito, nurse po ng health center. So once allowed inside, the nurse greets the families courteously. So we need to introduce ourselves, the role and the purpose of the home visit, and begins with informal conversations to make the families feel at ease. So yan yung gagawin natin at the initiation phase. And then uh, after that, we need to greet and acknowledge the family members. Politely acknowledge everyone present, show respect for cultural or household norms, and introduce self and the representing agency. So, like state your full name and your positions. Okay, and then mention also the health center or agency you represent. So, for example, magandang araw po, ako po si Nurse Mike, nurse mula sa health center. Okay? And then we need here to ensure the environmental awareness and safety. Discreetly observe surrounding to assess safety and potential hazard and allow the family to direct you where to sit and do not impose. And we need here to establish the rapport, start with light or friendly conversation to ease the tensions, be courteous and warm to promote trust, and state the purpose of the visit and the sources of referral. And Sabi ko nga ulit kanina, we need to clearly explain why you are visiting, mention where the information came from. For example, kung sa health record, health center, or referral. Okay, so pwede nating sabihin, narito po ako upang kausapin ko ang kalagayan ninyong sanggol. Ang impormasyon po na ito ay mula sa record ng inyong pamilya sa health center. So yan yung ginagawa natin into the initiation phase or yung socializations. And then pupunta naman na tayo sa implementation, which is the activity phase. So this intervention or professional phase of the home visit where the nurse applies professional knowledge and skills to address the identified needs of the family. So una natin dyan gagawin is the assessment. So we need to gather data about the clients and family condition through observations, interview, and physical assessment. And here we need to identify the health problems, risks, and needs. And also we need to consider the physical, emotional, environmental, and social aspect. And we need here also the provisions of direct nursing care and administer necessary nursing care like wound care, vital signs monitoring, or breastfeeding support. And we need also here then the demonstrate nursing procedure when appropriate and encourage family participations and provide instruction in a clear and respectful manners. Yun yung gagawin po natin. And then, ginagawa rin natin health education, di ba? In health education, teach health promotions, disease preventions, and management strategies that is tailored to the family's context and use available materials and adjust teaching to the family's learning level. Okay? And then sa referral naman natin, in the referral, refer the family to the appropriate health services when there needs to go beyond the nursing scope and assist in facilitating the referral process. And lastly, in evaluation, we need to assess the outcomes of the interventions delivered, determine if the objectives were met or if adjustment are needed for follow-up care. Take note mga naka in implementation phase. Throughout this phase, the nurse maintains a respectful, professional, and culturally sensitive approach while empowering the families to actively participate in their own health care. Another one here is in the implementation phase, we have the opportunity to provide or extend health services. The home visit offers a unique opportunity for the nurse to bring essential health services that is directly to the family's environment to ensure or ensuring the accessibility, especially for those who may not visit the health center. And it reinforces continuity of care and addresses health issues within the family's actual living conditions. So there is an standard role of nursing or standard role of nurse during the home visit. So meron tayong independent role. Anong gagawin? Activities initiated and performed by the nurse without the direct orders like health teaching, basic assessment, and home sanitation inspection. Sa dependent role naman na, that is tasks carried out under a physician or health officer's order like you're administering prescribed medications, implementing treatment protocols. And then, last one, we have your interdependent. Yung interdependent role natin, that is collaborative actions that is involving other members of the health team and then the family. For example, coordinating referrals, multidisciplinary case management. Okay, and next one, we have the professional appearance and safety precautions. So, dapat the nurse should come in a complete uniform projecting professionalism and credibility. So carry a long umbrella with a pointed end, not just your protection from sun or rain, but also here as a practical safety tool, especially when visiting unfamiliar or isolated areas. Okay? Next phase, we have your terminations or summarization phase. So this phase marks the end of the home visit, consists of summarizing with families the key points, observations, and nursing intervention that is conducted during the visit, clarifying instruction that is provided to ensure understanding and agreement on any health-related actions or follow-ups, and setting the date and purpose for the next home visit or discussing other possible forms of nurse-client contact. Example, phone follow-up or health center visit. So during this phase, mga anak, the nurse should also document relevant findings such as health status of the family member, vital signs and body weight, responses to intervention or treatment, any observed improvements or concern. So the nurse thanks the family for their time, reinforce the importance of continued care, and formally exit the household in a respectful and professional manner. Okay, let's proceed to the last phase of the home visit, which is the post-visit phase. So this phase begins once the nurse returns to the health facilities after the conducting the home visit. So these are the key activities include, we have documentations of all the observations, nursing actions, and outcomes during the visit. So include relevant data such as vital signs, body weight, and other clinical findings. So family responses and participations, nursing intervention provided, educations or advice given, and follow-up plans or referral made. Okay, another activity here is reporting to the health team or supervisor if necessary. Next one, planning for the next contact, whether another home visit or alternative follow-up. And then we have your reflections on the effectiveness of the visit and identifying any areas needing adjustment or additional support. Always remember mga anak, accurate documentation is essential for the continuity of care, legal and professional accountability, monitoring the family's progress over time. So these are the phases of home visit. So thank you for listening.